In this short video, I'm not going to get into too much detail, but I will highlight 5 plays from the Cavaliers game. The first has to do with Siakam's shooting ability, the second with his hesitation when he's in certain situations. We'll touch on Fred's shot selection in some key situations. We'll talk about how new lineups, when they are on the floor for the first time, can have some trouble communicating. And then I'll touch on what I thought was the turning point of the Cavs game. And no, it wasn't the altercation at halftime. It was something else later in the fourth quarter. Before I get into all that, please do like and subscribe. And if you have ideas for videos or anything particular you'd like to see, drop us a comment and we'll definitely action it. Enjoy the video. So Siakam was a topic of discussion, after last night's game because of his benching. But I do want to point out one play that sort of stuck out with me and gives an example of like what he needs to do to elevate his game so he's a dependable scorer. And it's something so dead simple that sometimes I'm like, is it even worth breaking this play down even a little bit? But you know what? I got time, so let's just do it. So here I'll roll it, and it's a pick and roll right there. So a screen is set by Siakam, on Lowry's man, and Allen will just go here and pay a little bit of attention just to seal the drive, which will leave this space sort of open for Siakam, and he will drive. Now, as soon as he does this, there's going to be some help coming here, as will always be the case. And as we know, Siakam sort of struggles finishing against help when it comes and congests the paint. So what he's got to do, he's got to stop short and hit that 8 to 10 footer. And it sounds dead simple, but he just doesn't do it with enough consistency. And in this play, he does. Like, he'll just go here, he'll just pop, and there you go. Simple stuff, man. That really is the play that he's got to, that really is the shot that he needs to master for him to up his scoring average by like 6-7 points easily, because he gets these sort of looks all the time. Siakam got benched here in the fourth quarter, and Nick Nurse in his post-game comments goes he wanted to go with the lineup that got him back in the game. I get it, but your superstar getting benched is not a good habit, and this is not the first time it has happened, and it doesn't look like it's going to be the last. I don't know. I don't want to speculate on the reasons why, but I can point out one of the reasons why Siakam kind of aggravated me in this game, and it was this play right here. So I will roll it, and so there's our man, in case you haven't spotted him on the floor. Let me use my fancy equipment here. Oh, there he is. Okay. So, and I'll roll it, and he's going to get the ball right here with Jared Allen in front of him. And Allen is already kind of a little off balance. He's conceding the drive to Siakam right here. And Siakam does a good job of actually getting there, right? And right there, at this point, this should either be a layup or him going to the foul line, because he has Allen on his hip and he's just got to create some space there, go up there strong, and either get 2 points or get fouled. But what he does is it's a bit weak here. He will look for Fred on the corner there, and yeah, Fred is open. It's a decent pass, but at this point in the game, you really have to assert yourself by going up and getting 2 easy ones. Let me just roll this one again here. So there he is again, one more time. Allen is at his mercy at this point. Again, like, he's done a good job of putting it on the floor and driving to the rim. At this point, this needs to be just an easy 2 instead of a Fred miss. Okay, I'm going to pick on Fred here, because as much as I am a believer in his long-range shooting, and he's improved greatly this year, this shot to me is a little unacceptable because, one, there's plenty of time on the shot clock, and we are down 15 and struggling. So you expect something a little bit more solid from Fred here than what he does, which is basically a pull-up from very, very deep. And Baines, good for Baines for setting a decent screen here, but look where the screen is set. This is a good 6-7 feet from the 3-point line. At that point, I don't even know if it's threatening Cleveland at all, because even McGee is like so far back, he doesn't even care about the screen. And I guess Fred sees that, and he looks at that as an opportunity, because is that a good shot? I honestly am asking the viewer this question. Do you consider this to be a good shot given the score and time on the clock? Let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it's a terrible shot, but maybe I'm wrong. Of course, he misses it. I want to highlight this play because this is sort of what happens when you have lineups that haven't played much together on the floor at the same time. And I know that this is the lineup that got the Raptors back into it, but there's a couple of plays here which are quite interesting. And this one, you have Stanley Johnson and McCaw on the floor at the same time. So there's Stanley, and there's McCaw. And what's going to happen is that Wade is going to come over here and set a screen, which will result in a lot of confusion for the Raptors. Let me just roll this and you'll know what I mean. So here we go. So, okay, Wade's going to come back out here. McCaw's guarding him at this point. Okay, so communication here is who is getting Wade and who is getting the ball handler. Like what's the communication here? Right now, both Raptors are looking at the ball handler, which is Sexton, and nobody's really talking about who's going to cover Wade here. And as I roll this, okay, at this point, look at the configuration on the floor here. The Cavs have ample opportunity. Not only have they have a wide open shot, as neither of the Raptors have decided to cover Wade, but you also have a cutter which is wide open right here. So in the event that Wade wanted to just get an easy two, that's available as well. And of course, like, he nails this shot because he's been hitting it all evening. To me, this is the turning point of the game because the Raptors were on a run and they had this lead down to a manageable level. They had the momentum, plenty of time in the game. So you had 5:33, close to half a quarter left. You're only down 8 points. Momentum's on your side. And this play sort of killed it. And notice how Cleveland gets the offensive rebound here. As I roll this, keep your eye on Johnson right there. And yeah, just mostly Johnson really, but and also McCaw, who has a chance to kind of box out the guy who eventually gets the rebound. Let me just roll this. So shot goes up. Okay, shot's about to go up. Look at the Cleveland, offensive player here. Look at the position he has. Look at the Raptors around him. 1, 2, 3 Raptors watching the ball quite literally, with the Cleveland defender. Cleveland offensive player having position here. So as you roll it, it's no surprise what happens. The guy with the position gets the first touch, the ball goes here, and oh boy, this one right here is a killer because this sort of killed all the momentum we had.